Hey guys, it's Panda here, and before this week's episode of ModGear begins, I want to lay out a little bit of a disclaimer regarding some channel stuff. For those who don't know, most YouTube channels have a small discussion tab on the homepage, and I use it mainly to post about channel videos and other random topics. Recently, I made a post there regarding some stuff about where you can keep it updated with channel videos, stuff like that, and other things. So I highly encourage you, the viewers, to go check out that post so you can keep updated on whether that be new videos or even sending in some of your own submissions for different video ideas. So make sure you guys take a look over there to make sure you get caught up on what's happening with the channel. But anyway, enough with that disclaimer. I hope you guys enjoy this week's episode, and I'll see you guys soon. Later. Finally, I'm getting off of work, and now I can head home to my wife. But let me just fix these barrels quick, though. Apparently John didn't fix them properly. Well, now I have to live with this car for the entire trip home. Let's just get this over with already. Today, I'm reviewing the Mazda Go Screw Yourself, because there's basically so many of these things that I basically want to punch myself in the face every time I see one. So we're basically just going to try to rush through this, not as fast as possible, but decently quick. So let's just see how well this does so I can just go home, please. Up first is our normal and simple basic top speed test. Welcome to the Genesis 1 mile dragway. It's a place where many cars come to push their speeds and engines to the limit, simply to see how fast they can go. Let's see how the Mazda, I don't even want to pronounce its name, can go in this test. Unfortunately, however, the car decided that it basically didn't want to like me and told me to go screw off. So rather than simply doing the drag strip like normal, it died. Quite literally. Because of this, we had to hire, well, we didn't have to hire, but we had to call a tow truck to get the car to a maintenance shop, so that way we can repair the car and continue with today's tests. But after all of the work that had to be put into the car was repaired, and we continued and moved on. Next up on our test for the day is the brake test. The car will deploy the brakes on this, well, black line, not a white line, and the goal is to not hit the parked Dacia Duster. Let's just see how well this Mazda, God only knows, can do in this test. I'm actually quite surprised. The car did very well in this test, so that's something at least. Now, of course, because this car can't drive more than 3 milliseconds without smoking and dying horrendously, we ended up having to hiring a boat, or a yacht, whatever the heck you want to call it, to take us to the shores of Forksville, so we can continue our tests. And of course, this completely magical ship that is host with many unique capabilities, we have arrived in Forksville. Let's now test the cornering of the Mazda God only knows, and see how well this car does. Well, that's without smoking and dying on the side of the road, that is. Let's see if this Mazda can do the parallel park test. Well, I kind of expected it from the beginning, but yes, it can successfully do this test. I know that I hate on this car quite a lot, and I am still hating on it, but I just cannot stand not to, considering of how much of these things there are on the road and how much people love them. So instead, let's test something. Old versus new. He couldn't have beaten me.
Gotcha, bitch!
What's better at off-roading? Old or new? I think it's old. Yeah, just go and call it in, John. What's better for mods, old or new? Going drift all up in this man. This is boring. Next! Let's test the ride of this abomination by going over a small gravel road segment. Like the GTR, this compares in a lot of ways. It's way too low to the ground than it needs to be, and because of this, it rides really badly. But is it bad that I expected this from this car, or was I not supposed to be expecting it? While we're here, let's also attempt the bump test. This car definitely struggled during this bump test. I'm actually shocked because it didn't even make it to the end. It ended up getting stuck. This car does have one thing going for it, and I personally enjoy that it has this, and that is MPG. With 26 in the city and 35 in the highway, this is one of the most economical cars probably out there, at least for a two-seater roadster. However, how do these figures apply on the track? Now, let's give an official lap around the circuit. The official standard time is 2:39.86. With added up accidents and or collisions, the final adjusted time is 2:43.86. And on that fiery and death-like note, it's time to end. Thank you so much for watching. Good night. Just like, burn already, please God, just burn. I want to see explosions. KMS, just later all.